Okay, these are gonna be your test subjects. That's Bree, the one with Amish training and trauma. She's got bit and blinder scars. So whoever taught her wasn't very nice. And then there's Carbine, who is just green as can be, no trauma, happy-go-lucky dude, just green. So the training is the same, and I subscribe to a online course called Connection Training, which I highly recommend if you wanted to do positive reinforcement or clicker training. I know not everybody thinks it's for them, but it is for me. It just resounded with me. I just didn't like traditional horsemanship. I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me. So this is the route I'm going, and it's working out really beautifully for both of them. So I wear these leather gloves because, well, I'm in Wyoming and it's always like windy. So if your hands are just even like a little bit damp when it's kind of cool, your hands will get cold. I got both their, their halters and their lead ropes in this one. And then this is super duper low value. Like, it's about as low value as you can get besides actual long stem hay. Long stem hay actually works the best for Carbine, but it's super inconvenient, and you run out quickly and you have to carry a big bag. So I just do this. It's got pellets also, Timothy pellets. So it's chopped Timothy and alfalfa. And then I just got this big fanny pack off of Amazon. Okay, so the wind got so bad, you can't even hear me. But basically, what I'm trying to say here is when you first start out, all you're looking for is that little shift, that tiny little shift in weight. If they shift their weight and there's a little bit of weight shift where there's a little weight taken off that foot, you say yes and you reward it as soon as they do it. So they know, oh, you're wanting me to move that foot. Every little try gets rewarded. Pretty soon, they'll start picking their feet up. And so anyway, you go very basic. It's just you're just looking for that weight shift, and as soon as you see that weight shift, you reward it. Now Bree was very anxious, so she was like, "Ugh," and she would pick her feet up, even if I just pointed at her feet. But that actually worked in my favor because then I rewarded it. And then so she actually ended up becoming more calm about lifting her feet because she's like, oh, well, this isn't too bad. I'm getting rewarded for it. So eventually we morphed into a point and then a verbal cue, which was lift, and she lifts it. So we do that. And what I also did to make it easier was if you have like a little bit of uneven ground, use that to your advantage. So if you're going to work on the fronts, have her or him a little uphill. So you're taking less of the weight off of those front feet that she's going to have to balance on. And then the same, vice versa. If you're going to work on the rears, have her fronts facing downhill. And this doesn't have to be steep or anything, just like a little bit will, shift that weight over to the front when you're working on the backs. And you can do that for the left side or the right side. You could have one side high, one side low. So you're making it easier for them. And it's not as scary where like if you had it the opposite where say I was asking her to do her fronts and she was see this little walk right here, that's a little break. It was like, okay, well you did it, so we'll just take a little break. But her break is walking over poles, which is exercise. So, but it's like, okay, whatever. We did that for a while. Let's go do something else for a while. And also, if you want to do rewards, you can also do something called a jackpot. So a jackpot is like a little mini break too, where say you have a little feed pan and you could throw like two or three handfuls of food and let them eat that and just let them eat it on take their own time, and they will always come back to you because they're like, I like this, I'm getting food. And that's like another little way to kind of clear the air. But yeah, really all you're doing is looking for that weight shift, and you click and reward it, or yes and reward it, or good girl and reward. And then maybe they lift their foot because it's anxiousness. So they're like, ew, you're pointing at my foot, but they lift it. Use that and go, yes. And those crazy kicks or stomps or whatever they're doing will turn into nice, gentle lifts over time. Like I said, she still stomps on that right front. I don't know why, but it's been over a year and she still does. Oh, yeah, she was, see that little walk around, that's just to kind of clear the air there. I think she got kind of confused, so we were just like, okay, let's restart. And then you can always just go back to like, just standing there calmly. Standing calmly is also just really helpful. I work on I work on just stay. So that's what I was doing right there was stay. So I mix it up. It's not just like lift your foot, 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 lift your foot. We break it up and do other stuff. So we're working on her stay, and like when I first started, she wouldn't stay. She wouldn't. Oh, see, I'm asking for her right. No, her left rear, but she didn't really move it, so I kind of had to wave my fingers a little bit so she knew, because she kind of gets confused between me asking what her lifts are, or her lifts, and her stay, because they're both kind of like hand signals. So sometimes when I'm asking her to stay, I put both my hands out like a stop, but she's like, "Oh, you have your hands up, so you're saying lift your foot," and I'm like, "Nope, that's not it." But anyway, she'll get it. She'll get it, like the verbal. Oh, here I was just showing her bit scars. Yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. She was only 5 when I got her, and it was like, gosh, what did they do to you? But that'll never happen again. Yeah, I was trying to show him, but she was moving her face. It was getting really, really, really windy. Yeah, those are her blinder scars. She's got them on both sides. It's really sad, because she is such a sweet horse, but it's like, gosh, you poor thing, you have so much fear, and I don't want to be like using terms du jour, but like a lot of stuff we do, I think it brings back like bad memories. So we're redoing it and creating good memories now. So right now we're just walking over the poles because we're done basically. It was getting so windy, but yeah, you can see the poles. They're nothing special. They're literally old fence posts, like the ones that are broken, the ones that are just kind of dry rotted on the end. We didn't do anything special. So she's kind of cutting me off here a little bit, and that's tension. So if they cut you off like that, that's tension. So you can kind of just stop, stand calmly. I think it's the wind. Like she's trying to stay connected to me, but the wind is like really kicking up, and I think she wants to just go woo and take off. But she's doing her best to hold it together, which I think is actually really cool. So yeah, she's kind of cutting me off by rushing. So we're just gonna stop, kind of like, hey, let's just take a little whoa here. Yeah, she's doing her best. She's like, it's really windy. I just want to go run. So she was getting spicy, but she's also wanting to stay connected. And I just think that's really cool that she's choosing, even though she's like, whew, this is hard. She's deciding to stay with me. So I'm rewarding it. I'm rewarding her being calm right now. Like, you're okay? Cool, let's go. All right, yeah, it's not bad. It's just promoting calmness. Everything is about promoting calmness. And I'm still fairly new at all of this. Like, I subscribe to a website called Connection Training, and I have a coach, and I video my sessions, and then I turn them in, and then the coach, they like critique it, and literally everything they tell me to do to change or fix works. So here's carbine. I just hopped over to the little hot wire. It's not on, but we use that to divide them. I would never train 2 of them in the same spot. Like, so if you can separate them, obviously do that. And also, do not try to do clicker training with food if they're hungry. Like, it will not work. It will not work. So I'm just showing how Carbine, I have to give treats faster because he hasn't quite gotten it yet. He hasn't quite gotten that head straight equals food. So I'm trying to give him a treat while his head is still straight before he turns it into me, because he hasn't gotten it. So we're starting to really like the rate of reward is very high for him. So it's like head straight, yes, head straight, yes, head straight, yes. And then that is actually making him more relaxed about his treats and less anxious. So see, he's still kind of a booger, but he doesn't get butt hurt by like a push or whatever because he wasn't, abused. So I can kind of like push his face or whatever, and he doesn't get butt hurt. Plus, he's lower on the totem pole than Bree. She's actually pretty rough on him. So that was his foot. He did a little lift right there. And lift. See, even those, like, that's not even like anything. And honestly, that this all works. Those are little exercises, and those are little balancing every they all add up to being able to stand on 3 legs for the farrier. So you reward all of them, even the tries, the little weight shifts. And like I said, I don't pick their feet out very often, like almost never. But they're calm for the farrier just by doing this. Now you can work on the duration, like that one where I picked her foot up and like smacked it really hard and all that. But do that when they're calm enough. Like I wouldn't do it when they are. That's a really cute picture of me. Don't do it. Don't fight them. If they want their foot back, give it to them, because that's the whole part of building this calmness is, okay, this is not a fight. This is like a partnership, if that makes sense. I could probably do more when it's not so windy, but I just wanted to get something out to you guys today.